Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Better than okay. We've got Tuesdays with Charlie coming up. I like that. It's always a lot of fun. We call and talk to my father-in-law. That's her dad. Do you like Tuesdays with Charlie?
Of course I do.
It's one of my favorite things.
It's my favorite time of the whole week.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. He usually has something clever and silly and funny and informative and all of that and much, much more. It's coming up for Tuesdays with Charlie. Also, I've got a quote for today. It's from Peter Schultz. Peter Schultz says, hire character, train skill. I like that. So you hire somebody that's a good person and you can teach them all the different things they need to know.
I like that too.
If you hire somebody that knows all the things they need to know but they don't have good character, you're probably not going to be too happy. So,
Agreed.
Love it. Hire character, train skill. It's our quote for today on this Tuesday.
If you're a business owner trying to do your own website, maybe it's time to get help. Or if you don't even have a website, it's definitely time for help. It's 2018. This internet thing is here to stay. At 49bydesign.com, we offer a simple plan to get you online for just $49 a month with no setup fee. This includes a website with the hosting and domain name included in the price. We have larger packages available, but this will get you online so people can find you in 2018. We're affordable by design at 49bydesign.com. That's 49bydesign.com.
John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Tuesday. It is July the 10th. It is National Clarahoo Day.
Clarahoo?
Yeah. I remember we talked about this last year. I think it's a peanut or something. Clara. You don't remember that? And it's also National Pina Colada Day.
Oh,
today.
yeah, you love
know what
pina
coladas are, right?
Yeah,
All right,
of course.
so we don't have to look that one up. So Clarahoo is, let me see, here it is right here. It's a whimsical four-line biographical poem. So I guess it is not
a peanut.
A peanut. I might be thinking of a cashew.
I know what those are.
That's not what this is. This is something different.
And it's a cashew.
Yeah.
Not a cashew.
It's a cashew. Edmund Clarahoo Bentley created a whimsical four-line biographical poem. So, Sir Humphrey Davy, Abraham Gravy, he lived in the odium and have discovered sodium. I don't know. I'm not going to celebrate this day because it don't make a lot of sense to me. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-818-3967. 800-818-3967. That's 800-818-3967. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Coming up, we've got your brain on drugs, but first, we got a story about cookies. Do you like cookies?
Sadly, yes.
I love cookies, and I like hot, gooey, like yummy, delicious cookies. And there was a gentleman who, well, not just a gentleman, a couple people, they took advantage of the heat wave that's been rolling through, and they decided to have some fun finding ways to deal with it. And a man in Newport News, Virginia, decided he would bake some cookies in his car. Joseph B.B. Quinn posted about this, and it's gone viral.
Did it work? Because I've heard people say it's so hot that I can make cookies in my car.
He showed photos on Facebook of a baking sheet and a dozen chocolate chip cookies on the dashboard. He recently moved from Connecticut. He said it was around 92 or 93 degrees outside, got up to 105 in the car. After leaving the cookies in the car for 2 hours, he said he had a dozen baked chocolate chip cookies ready to eat. He said, I baked in my car today. Yes, they're tasty. Yes, my car smells like fresh cookies. Yes, it's very nice, he posted. Post has been shared more than 54,000 times, and they look like delicious cookies. And honestly, think about this. If that works, you could pull into the parking lot on a hot day, throw your cookies on the dashboard, and then run inside and do your work when you come back out. Delicious cookies on the way home. I mean, it's a snack and an air freshener all in one. I've got a link to the story.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Probably not. I've got a link to the story so you can see it and decide if you want to try it. I probably won't. But I've got it in our show notes at johnandheidishow.com.
This time of year, there are many parties, weddings, cookouts, and other events that often include alcohol. If you're drinking, be sure to have a designated driver. If you or someone you know has a problem with drugs or alcohol, there is help. The Addiction Hope and Helpline wants to help. If you feel like it's time to finally get the help you need, there's a toll-free number you can call, 1-800-438-0380. That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline, 1-800-438-0380, 1-800-438-0380.
And this is your brain on drugs. A man and a woman were taken into custody in Lamar Township, Pennsylvania last week after being under the influence of bath salts, I think is what they were under the influence of. Police say, this is so weird, 30-year-old Jessica Shields, or Jessie Shields, and 22-year-old Catherine McCloskey had a bad trip after midnight. The two reportedly thought fireflies in the sky were green lasers coming from alien people.
Oh, nice.
Shields had a handgun and started shooting after lasers. Yeah. He then ran to a nearby home. Officials say that he asked the homeowner to call the police. There's something after them. They went into a neighboring house asking for the same favor. That homeowner retrieved his gun while calling the police. Troopers say Shields was also asking if he could shower in the home to get rid of the goo that was burning his skin.
Wow.
They're facing burglary and drug charges. Shields' bail set at $250,000. McCloskey's at $15,000. So there you go. Bad idea. Don't do that. And if you're under the influence of something, certainly don't shoot your gun in the air. Terrible idea. Thanks for listening to Your Brain on Drugs on The John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, two actors that I think are both very talented, Hugh Jackman and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Did you see this online? There's photos of them working out together at Gold's Gym on Venice Beach on the 4th of July. So those two were both like pumping iron. Now, they're both from different countries. Isn't Hugh Jackman from like Australia or somewhere?
I have no idea.
Maybe not. Maybe
I honestly don't know anything about either of them. So.
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger I know is from Austria, so maybe that's not even accurate. I think I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, the two of them were working out on the 4th of July at Venice Beach at Gold's Gym, and some folks got some photos, and they were posted online. Lindsay Lohan is in the news. Do you say Lohan or Lohan?
Lohan.
Now, I've heard it both ways, but I heard it most recently, Lindsay Lohan. Almost like, I don't know, a completely different sounding name than what I've heard. Anyway, that Lindsay, same Lindsay, you know, the one that's always been getting a little out of control for too much booze and too much partying. Well, she just opened a nightclub.
That's probably not the best.
This is not going to end well.
Choices.
It's on the Greek island of Mykonos, and it's called the Lohan Beach House, or the Lohan Beach House.
That's probably not a good idea.
Got a feeling there's going to probably be some trouble coming there. This has been Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
Now your scoop of the day, courtesy of 80sinthesand.com. Chris Brown is in the news. He was the one that got
beat up.
In a fight. That's not a good thing. He's a singer. For those of you who don't know who he is. Anyway, he just recently got a bulletproof SUV. What? Why do you need that, Chris? What are you up to? What are you doing? It also has smoke screens and thermal night vision.
Okay.
This just in, Chris Brown wants to be Batman.
Oh, my God.
I don't understand that. Why do you need all of those things? But I guess, he must be doing okay if he can afford to do all of that. Again, a bulletproof SUV with smoke screens and thermal night vision. I'm just glad.
I want those on our car now.
Yeah, I'm just glad that my vehicle has air conditioning. I'm happy to have that. Before I had these things called windows, I didn't have air conditioning. A Gallup poll recently found that just 47% of voters say they are extremely proud to be an American. I'm one of those. I'm extremely proud.
Absolutely one of those.
But 25% of voters say that they are very proud, and 16% of voters said they are moderately proud. So 47 plus 25 plus 16, that's like 3/4 of voters. I'm not going to do the math real quickly because it was like almost 50, because 47 plus 25, so that's 3/4 and then another 16. So we're still, what is that, like 10, 12 points short of being everybody proud to be an American? I don't understand why you wouldn't be. Anyway.
If you're not. There's lots of other countries out there. Go away.
Texas mother was arrested for selling her young children to undercover agents. This is such a sad story. She sold her 7-year-old son as well as her 2-year-old and 3-year-old daughters. They found a listing and, she didn't realize they were agents. They were undercover. And then they bought the kids. That is crazy. I can't even imagine why you would want to do that. Now, when I was reading this online, somebody posted, and I know they were kidding, but they said single people reading this are like, how could you possibly do that? But people who have their own kids are like, how much did they get? So when I read that, I thought it was humorous, but I'm like, you know what? I've got kids, and I've never ever once wanted to sell them. There are times that I'm like, I'm about to disown you, but I certainly wouldn't sell them.
There are times you'd like to smack them, but...
No, and I don't even know that we've never really done that.
We haven't really had to, because we did when they were when they were little.
Taught them right and wrong.
And they learned, right away not to cross us.
Who are they more afraid of, mom or dad?
Probably mom.
Absolutely mom.
Yeah.
They're like, don't tell mom, but guess what happened? Oh, I can't tell you, can I? Never mind. We'll keep that between us, kids. The Attorney General from Indiana, Curtis Hill, was investigated this year after 4 women accused him of groping them at a bar. That's too bad. That's not good. That's a bad idea for anybody to do it, but you definitely would think you'd know better if you're the Attorney General, so you wouldn't want to do that. Now, here's another thing that's really interesting, and this actually kind of reminds me of somebody I know. Now, I'm not going to say who it is, but it's a person I'm related to, and I want to make sure you don't say who it is either, because this person may be listening. But the story is, Iranian authorities have arrested a man who hoarded 2 tons of gold coins in an attempt to manipulate the market. So 2 tons of gold coins, and he was hoarding them, and then they arrested him? I don't understand how you can be arrested for holding on to gold coins. That doesn't seem fair,
if he
does
was
it?
trying to manipulate the market.
Well, but if he can afford to hold on to them, I don't understand how they could arrest him for it.
I don't know.
So now, completely different story. This guy's got all these gold coins. I have a person that I know. I'm not going to say who it is, if it's a he or a she, if it's a relative or just a person I know, that has a whole bunch of pennies. I mean, I don't know how many, but I'm guessing like 2 dump trucks full.
Oh my gosh, so many.
So I wonder if that person could be arrested for trying to manipulate the penny market. Do you think? Is there such a thing? I don't know. I have to check into this.
It's not like there's a shortage of pennies.
No, they keep making them. And this person keeps buying them. So I hope it's not illegal. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on this Tuesday. Do you have ideas for t-shirt designs, but you don't have a clue how to print them? Or maybe you'd like to have t-shirts and coffee mugs available to buy online with your business logo printed on them. There's a website that makes it easy. We set ours up in about 10 minutes. There's no sign-up fee, no minimum orders, no monthly fees. It's just a really easy way to put some cool items online for sale, and you get paid every time somebody buys them. You don't have to print or ship anything. Just sign up, upload your designs, and then let people know where they can get your cool stuff. More details available at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com. And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday, just because we can. We pick up the phone, we call my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
How you doing, Charlie?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic.
Well, we're super glad to have you on the program, and we got all kinds of cool stuff we're going to learn about, don't we?
Well, it's Tuesday.
Yeah. So, of course, we're going to learn something.
There you go. Okay, let's start with this one here. A Montana State University professor sued Walmart because he put his occupation as toilet cleaner on his fishing license.
Really? Why would they have put an occupation on there at all?
Well, I don't know. Apparently you have to do that. I don't know. I've never had a fishing license.
Huh.
Maybe he was being an uptight jerk and they just did it out of revenge. They just did it, thought it would be funny.
You know, them professors, you know.
They're all wonderful. That's what we think at this program.
They're funny little dudes.
It's not what we think. We think they're great. Our attorneys told us to say that.
Drivers in New York City spend an average of 107 hours per year searching for parking places.
Oh, that would be awful.
Yeah, oh my gosh. John gets all sorts of irritated if it takes more than 20 seconds.
Yeah, like, hey, that was my spot. Someone's pulling in there now.
Yeah, don't move to New York. We'll stay away from that.
I'll stay out of the city then.
Here's a good one for you.
All right.
Back in 1986, 12 members of a Florida jury got stuck in the court courthouse elevator for 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
The jurors were having a case against Otis Elevator Company.
Are you serious? So that's what their case was against them, huh?
Feeling it didn't go good.
Yeah, but I don't think it probably did.
How'd the trial go? Well, there were a lot of ups and downs. Many downs.
Oh, man.
Hey, here we go. Speaking of New York City again, there are an estimated 550 wild parrots living in New York City.
Oh, wow.
Parrots? Really?
That's pretty cool.
They were accidentally released at JFK Airport in the late 60s.
Really?
You wouldn't think that they would continue to survive when it gets as cold as it does there.
Well, they were wild parrots to start with, but they're usually in a tropical island, aren't they?
Yeah, you'd think so. They must have found a nice warm place to snuggle up in the wintertime.
Subway.
Tough old birds, that's what they are.
They are tough birds.
Then we'll go up to Canada.
All right.
Good old state of Canada.
It's not a state, but that's cool.
In 1968, Canada gave a $35,000 grant to a 35-year-old man in Vancouver to revive the ancient and time-honored tradition of a town fool.
So be like the village idiot.
So he got a grant to be the town fool?
Yep. To revive the ancient and time-honored tradition.
Well,
we do it for free.
I know several people who do that for free.
Well, maybe they should apply for a grant.
Heidi just pointed at me for some reason, Charlie.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, I got one last thing here for you.
All right, what do you have?
And I'm going to do this because drinking alcohol does improve your ability to speak a foreign language.
It does. It increases your ability to speak a foreign language when you're drinking?
Yep.
Maybe everybody just assumes you're speaking a foreign language because they can't understand you.
What is he saying? I don't know. He's been drinking tequila, so I think he's speaking Spanish.
Hey, there you go.
Heidi's been drinking wine. It must be Italian. I don't think that really works, though, Charlie.
Probably not.
If you want to speak Russian, what do you drink? Vodka?
Yeah.
See? You know, we could apply for a grant and see if we could do a study.
I want to be the idiot. Less work.
There you go. Well, Charlie, you want to answer a question for us?
Yes.
All right. I got a question for you. What are the three primary colors? Do you know what the three primary colors are?
White, blue, and green.
No, you got one. You got blue. Do you know them, Heidi?
Blue, red, and yellow.
Yes, blue, red, and yellow. And with those three colors, you can make almost all the other colors. You can't make white with those, but you can make every other color because red plus yellow equals orange, yellow plus blue equals green, blue plus red equals purple, and then other colors you just, different combinations of those three. But those are the three primary colors: red, yellow, and blue.
Really?
Yeah.
Now you know.
Well, it's always a pleasure to visit with you. Thank you for chatting with us, Charlie.
We'll do her again next week.
Sounds great. Bye-bye.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
John and Heidi.
If you're a business owner, you should consider using radio. Radio is a powerful tool. Over 90% of us listen to the radio each week. Imagine if this ad was talking about your business, helping you hit your goals. We can help. We can also create a fun jingle, too, to get people singing your song. When you put words to music, they're 9 times more memorable, and that makes radio work even better. Learn more at RadioReallyWorks.com. Radio jingles to help you get better results with the money you're already spending. RadioReallyWorks.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
India hosted a Formula One race for their very first time in 2011. So that's how long they've had Formula One racing there.
All right.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The game played on a lawn called a crown green is actually called bowls. That's the name of the game. I've never heard of crown green, and I've never heard of bowls. Have you heard of either of these?
No.
So apparently this is a... I don't know if it's probably not a new thing, but it's just not something I've ever played. And another fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A bishop in chess, a little chess piece, can only move diagonally.
Okay.
So there you go. I'm not a chess player.
Me either.
It has been a long time since I've even played checkers.
I played when I was a kid. My brother and I knew how to play.
Really?
But I don't remember anymore.
Were you good?
I don't know.
You're not an international chess champ?
No.
All right. How funny would it be for me to find out now that you're like the
yes.
Iowa State chess champ? Been married all these years and you never told me that. Not that she is. I want to make sure you didn't just catch that and think that we said that. We were just being silly. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. A couple of fun facts brought to you by LearnWithoutLoans.com.
If you're a business owner trying to do your own website, maybe it's time to get help. Or if you don't even have a website, it's definitely time for help. It's 2018. This internet thing is here to stay. At 49bydesign.com, we offer a simple plan to get you online for just $49 a month with no setup fee. This includes a website with the hosting and domain name included in the price. We have larger packages available, but this will get you online so people can find you in 2018. We're affordable by design at 49bydesign.com. That's 49bydesign.com.
Time now for the grandiloquent word of the day, and today it is camelopard. Camelopard. What is a camelopard, Heidi?
I have no idea.
Camelopard is a giraffe.
Okay.
It says a giraffe camelopardus family Giraffidae is the tallest living animal, and it apparently is somehow related to like a camel. Camelopard. So it's like a camel and a leopard hooked together, apparently.
Okay.
Camelopard. Huh. That is just bizarre. I kind of like that name better than giraffe, don't you?
I like giraffe.
You like giraffe?
I'll stick with giraffe.
Camelopard. I don't know. Well, here's the used in a sentence down here. It says, well, I'm off to see the steam-powered camelopard races. Camelopard.
Steam-powered. What's a steam-powered giraffe?
I have no idea. Apparently they just have a lot of fun with these sentences.
I've never been to that zoo.
It's probably a dare just to see if I'll read it. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
Now some weird news for you on this Tuesday. Prosecutors say a Colorado man has been sentenced to 5 years in prison for growing thousands of marijuana plants on an island in the Colorado River. Now, this could have been part of our Brain on Drugs, but you know what, Heidi? I have at least 15 stories stacked up over there. Okay. So I just decided I'm using this as weird news today. It says here, 33-year-old Santos Ramirez Carrillo pled guilty to conspiracy to manufacture and possess with intent to distribute 50 or more marijuana plants. Again, this is in Colorado, where marijuana is legal. But it's not all legal. It's got to be done the right way. According to court records, he and another man began living and working on this island in 2017 and worked with other people to grow marijuana in the area, including federally owned land. They searched the island in September and arrested these two, and agents found more than 9,100 plants. Officials say the marijuana plants, which are illegal on federal land, can have a severe effect on the environment as well. So they're quite concerned. So we've got a link to the story if you want to read all about it. And that's in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com. Now your moment of duh, courtesy of 49bydesign.com. A man accused of selling illegal fireworks right out of his garage was arrested in Mesa, Arizona. Police say they received information that Chris Cleve was posting online ads for illegal fireworks for sale. So they followed the ads and went to the address where they saw signs outside indicating fireworks for sale. Keep in mind, this is all illegal. Cleve admitted to police that he was selling fireworks out of his garage. He says, quote, an entire pickup truck bed of fireworks was taken from the home. The suspect reportedly told police he, quote, really loved fireworks.
I guess.
Yeah. They said that he drove to other states to get the fireworks and then came back to Arizona to sell them. He was arrested for sale and storage of illegal fireworks. So, yeah, don't do that. There was a video. I don't know if I still would be able to find it, but it was rolling around the internet last week. 4th of July air video, like people in a helicopter above Los Angeles showing all the illegal fireworks. I showed that to you. Do you remember how many there were going off there?
It looked
like a war zone, didn't it? It was crazy.
I didn't think so, but I
thought it was just amazingly
lived in
crazy.
South Dakota, so...
Yeah. There you go. This has been your moment of duh.
John and Heidi.
This time of year, there are many parties, weddings, cookouts, and other events that often include alcohol. If you're drinking, be sure to have a designated driver. If you or someone you know has a problem with drugs or alcohol, there is help. The Addiction Hope and Helpline wants to help. If you feel like it's time to finally get the help you need, there's a toll-free number you can call, 1-800-438-0380. That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline, 1-800-438-0380, 1-800-438-0380.
Time now for fake news or Florida. Heidi, tell me if this is fake news or if this is something really truly happened in the great state of Florida.
Alrighty.
All right. A Florida man was airlifted after he had severe injury to his right hand from exploding a firework on 9:30 p.m. on Tuesday, July 3rd, losing two fingers. Fake news or Florida?
Fake news.
Nah, this is actually a true story.
Ah.
See, I threw in some details to throw you off. So I'll read the whole story. A man in his early 20s was airlifted as a trauma alert after he suffered a severe injury to his right hand from exploding firework that happened at 9:30 p.m. Tuesday, July the 3rd. Merritt Island, Florida is where this happened. They responded to... it's even got like the address. I'm not putting all that out. He was reported to have two fingers amputated by Independence Day holiday blast. The unidentified Florida man was transported to Merritt Island Airport, where he was airlifted on a first flight medical helicopter to Melbourne, Florida, to get his fingers either sewed back on or whatever they do when you blow your fingers off.
There you go.
It's a bad idea. It happens all the time, and I know we're going to have more of these trickle in. You know, it's here we are almost a week away from 4th of July. It's almost a week behind us, and this stuff is trickling in from all over the country now. So we'll have more, I'm sure. Thanks for listening to Fake News or Florida. This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with some good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of Odiva. That's the monthly subscription service just for the ladies. All the details at radiosavings.com. And I think this is kind of a cool story. A simple way to make a big difference in the world. Here's how and why you should be a mentor. When Rodney was 17, he checked out of foster care and into a homeless shelter. Every morning, he would quickly take a sponge bath in the school bathroom before attending his first class. Nobody even knew of his circumstances. And it's no wonder Rodney had a hard time maintaining a 1.3 grade point average. Aww. But at the start of his senior year, something changed for Rodney. It set him on a new trajectory. He met a mentor. For students like Rodney, there's a disconnect between the preparation students receive and the skills they need to succeed. This is particularly true in low-income communities where a deficit of successful and fulfilled role models often exists. So the solution, what is it? Well, it could be you. In America, we are abundantly rich in adults with know-how, and that know-how is often underutilized. Sure, there have probably been times we've all had a role where we've had a chance to pass on some advice to a younger protege, maybe at work, but you could pass on skills and hope and knowledge to the next generation as well, and it could change somebody's life like it has for Rodney. The story goes on to say that more than we realize, we can completely redirect our next generation by connecting mentors with educated adults with expertise and knowledge to share with mentees, young teens who lack motivation, experience, and a successful role model, and help steer them in the right direction. I think it's a cool idea. I know there are a lot of organizations out there that do this very thing. If you would like to make a difference like this gentleman has with Rodney, find somebody in your community that you can hook up with and maybe make a difference in some young person's life.
There you go.
I think that's a neat thing. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. I've got a link to this story and everything else we talk about on the program in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com.